They're fucking with me again. They won't let my phone charge. Turbo power. But if I move the cord a certain way, then they'll make it not work. Then if I pull, it'll mess the thing up. I just ate my 2 mangoes, and they were really, really ripe. But they were nice and juicy. See, I told you they poisoned me again with these bugs. But the medicine is weak. The medicine does not work. It's watery, it's not potent enough to kill these buggies. And I apply it twice to my face. It doesn't do nothing. Like, it's killing them, but not completely. It takes forever. This cream takes like 12 hours. 8 to 13 hours. And it depends on how deep they are embedded into your skin. Because they will go deeper to get away from the medicine. I had like one here, that was a bad one, it still is. 1, 2, 3, then I had 2 over here, I got 1 there, got a couple over here, I have 1 here. These are kind of healing, but it's still sore. 1 there, that's hurting again, all this area. Here, I gotta go to the hospital and get an antibiotic. And I think they poisoned my mangoes. They did. Yep. They poisoned my mangoes. They broke my OBD2 sensor. The little metal clips inside. I'm going to write to the company. Or call them if there's the number. That's bullshit. Them little fucking flimsy little fucking little aluminum little fucking things to read the sensor. I got all dirty with my mango. They poisoned my mangoes. It's all irritated. My whole mouth irritated. It doesn't get like that all the time. I ate one yesterday, my mouth didn't get like this. My face hurts again. This one hurts. That one hurts. This hurts. Not much so much. Just I can't take this. I'm homeless in Florida. I can't even go to the beach because I can't pay for the parking. And if I go to the beach now, I don't know. I gotta floss now. And the only thing that's going to make this go away quick is the bleach. I got athlete's foot on my toe. And my feet are dry. And I got to heat up my chicken and my broccoli. I ate some of it today. I got to eat the rest of it before it goes bad. But look at this. And we got a whole bunch of these baby buggies crawling around everywhere. I've got to set off bombs. I got to clean that. I sprayed it with the spray I bought. So I got to wipe it down and then respray it again. This whole thing needs to come up. I need to take this whole center console up and clean it. Then I need to take the carpet out and the seats out because they're disgusting. Leather is so much easier to take care of because you can put a seat cover on it and protect it, and you don't have to worry about getting water underneath, because the back part, like where it's screwed into the frame of the car, it's all rusty. But what did I go live to say? I went live to say this: I'm not going back to Palm Beach. Because there's nothing there for me. I'm not going to hook up with my stalker. Get the fuck out of here. Them days are over. They're over. They are gone. They are done. They're dead. He may be alive, but the moments of us ever make... Never going to happen. Never. He knows it. I know it. We all know it. And I can't put this anywhere because... Why not? Everybody gonna know where I'm at. But I'm leaving. I don't know where I'm going yet, but I'm leaving. I just hope my brakes hold out on me because they didn't bleed them right. Because when I push down to stop, there's air in them. So there wasn't air in them before. I should have went to Pep Boys. I could have had new rotors. I could have had brakes. You motherfucker. I could have had brakes on my front tires. I don't know if bleeding is a part of the process. I thought it was a part of the process. I didn't know you had to pay extra to bleed the brakes. Because I didn't think of asking that when I scheduled the appointment with the mobile mechanic yesterday. And I was nice enough to give him an extra $20, and I shouldn't have. That's just, I'm tired of being a softie. I've given so much of my life. I may not give to the right people, but who are the right people? If I give to Curly Moe and Larry and, what's the girls' names? Sue, something, Runaround Sue's. I won't have anything for me. Because what I give them, they will spend. What will I have for myself? I can't give to other people and still take care of myself. I don't have that kind of money. You fucking motherfucking church people are fucking out your minds. You have no idea what you're preaching. None whatsoever. And you think that you're going to brainwash me into believing what you believe. No, honey. Because I believe totally different than you do. Because I've experienced a whole lot more than you. And a whole lot different than you. And I've learned a whole lot more than what you have. In different ways. You may know other things, but no. Actually, no. I have the Holy Spirit since I was a baby. I know it all. So I am a certified know-it-all. Whether you want to believe it or not, that's on you. I knew everything with Stephanie P. Smith, narrating what she's narrating my life according to her experiences and her knowledge. She doesn't know what my thoughts were. My thoughts are not her thoughts. Her thoughts are not my thoughts. She did not we may have the same Holy Spirit, but we have not experienced all the same things. Or let's take for instance, me and my sister experienced about the same things. Okay, because we lived together, sort of, wherever we were, and the things that happened to us bad were mainly with our mother, before and after foster home, and some in foster home. But my sister didn't understand why these things were happening. So without her knowing the full and complete details to the truth and way to life or of our family history, She was only like 2 years old when Richie and my mom got together. So when my sister got old enough to understand man and woman thing, she thought it was normal for my mom and Richie. She didn't understand why we were suffering, why we didn't have a home of our own, why our mommy wasn't stable. She thought that the way my mom lived was the way life was supposed to go. Nobody ever told her it wasn't supposed to go that way. I tried, but I didn't get a chance to because the devil was quick. So, I should say the devil's heathens, hellions, and minions. I'm tired. I haven't slept. I slept like an hour. I made a quick decision, even though I put thought into it, but I didn't think it out. I should have just waited and done it myself. I should have went and got the tools. He didn't use no power tools. He didn't even clean off the rotor. And I meant to ask him what the drums were. I wanted to see what the drums were. I gotta look up. I gotta find out what the drums are. What part of the system, brake system, the drums are. But the rotors, they're not dirty. They're not rigid. They're not like spacey or specky. They're a little bit, they have a few little lines, but they look smooth. They've been already resurfaced. And I didn't let my brakes get to the bottom. I could show you, but they're all over there. But I'm not going back to West Palm. No. I gotta throw away my mangoes. I gotta go return. I gotta put Band-Aids on my face with mayonnaise. With medicine. I've gotta return my steering wheel that I bought because I don't want to keep it. And I can't lose the receipt, and I almost lost it. See, I got the sparkly one because the material on the steering wheel is coming off. But that $10 or $8.99 that I spent can go to other things. I've got to save my money because I'm already down to the last bit of money. And I can't do anything, so I've got to save what I have. I really didn't need to get a pay advance. But I did. Because I was going to get all 4 brakes done. But I didn't like the fact that he didn't bleed the brakes properly. I don't know if I'm supposed to do it while the car is off or on. But there's air in the brakes. Because I never used to hear air when I'm pushing on the brake. And it's soft. So now what? I got to go spend money to have the brakes bled when I didn't even have my rear brakes done. I don't have another $100 to have the brake system bled when I still need to do the backs, the rears, but I don't know how much is left on the back. But being that I didn't do the rotors, I don't want the brakes to wear out quickly. When I don't really drive fast, I drive fast at the speed limit, but I pace myself. I don't step hard on the brake. I do it gradually, or I'll let myself slow down before I get to have to stop. You know, I'll always look ahead to know the cars, or if the light is red or green, and if I'll have enough time to get through it. If I don't, then I will. Sometimes they try to get me. Sometimes they'll trick me and try to make it look like I'm going through a red light. I'll be like, I don't know, a few hundred feet away maybe, or a few feet away, and they'll like, it'll still be green, but they'll turn it to yellow and red. So it looks like I went through a red light. Now, I wouldn't have had enough time to stop properly. And sometimes what they do is, before they even turn the light yellow and red, the other direction are already starting to go. So they are the ones that cause accidents, just like in the Italian Job. It's all true. They control everything. Okay? God controls the weather. It'll have it'll be chilly. It'll be cold. And then all of a sudden, the next thing, there's like no breeze. And it's warm. And it's not, this is even when I was getting my period. I think I'm due for my period, but I don't know if I'm starting menopause or not. But I've been on time ever since I got it at 13. I've never been late except for the 3 times I was pregnant. Right, I had 2 abortions, right? Or did I only have... No, I had one with Kevin and one with Lynn. One in 1994 and the other one... It was actually 95. It was in the January or February of 1994 or 95. I can't remember now. 94. Because then my mom's firstborn son was born February 5th of 1984. So 84 and 94 was one of my many punishments that I had to pay for because my mommy blamed me for her losing her children. And this was way before I even snitched on my daddy. This was 16 years before I snitched on my daddy. So they were making me suffer for their little games they were playing behind the scenes with my life, meddling and interfering, playing games with my life like a puppet. Like a game, like a pawn, like a pawn in a game, you know? Oh, there goes a raven or a crow. I don't know if it's a raven or a crow. Had something in its mouth, I don't know. Sure wasn't my mango pits, because they're right there. But I've been idling with my car on, and I have a feeling my water pump or whatever the thing might go on me soon, and I'm stuck in between. Do I pay for the extended warranty? Do I call up and get the extended warranty and pay almost $200 for extended warranty a month? But what if the 1,000 miles, I have to drive 1,000 miles and it's got to be 30 days before the extended warranty will take effect? What if my car breaks down before that? I'm fucked. They said they'll give me a refund, but they just tell you that just to get the money. And then as soon as they get the money, you ain't getting it back. So I'm stuck in between saving the money to eat with, because even if I get the extended warranty, it doesn't cover the brakes and the rotors and the drums. And I don't know if it covers the ABS sensors either. Right? That's like the minor work that I have to do. And I don't have the money to pay for the warranty, my $203 insurance and $204 a month insurance. I'm paying more. I'm paying the same amount I was when I first started to insure my own car. And I didn't even have any, actually, my bad, yes. After I had the accident, I didn't have it, they made me get into the accident. Cyberlord, I learned your account was suspended. It shouldn't be now because I'm going live. So it's not suspended. It's restricted right now again because they removed some of my content that I shared. So you know what? I'm not sharing nobody's content. If I'm going to be restricted for sharing somebody else's content, fuck you. So I'm going to be removing all my friends. I'm not going to be following nobody. So ain't nobody going to get me to share their videos. They're going to lose money because their videos aren't going to be seen. So they're going to lose money because I'm not going to get in trouble for sharing their content when I make sure it's not anything derogatory. I make sure it's not anything offensive. I either share maybe, I don't even like sharing jokes. But when they won't show me the content they removed. They just say it doesn't follow their standards, their community standards. But yet, everybody can dance and show their booties and their boobies and do these sexual moves and exploit themselves online and do all these other things and cuss and shake their booties and be half naked and showing their breasts and wearing almost nearly nothing. I look like a fucking joke. I had to cut more of this because I had to even it out with this in order for this to go away. So now my forehead goes out farther because my hairline is cut farther back. And this is all short when it was longer. It was like down to here. It sort of is, but not all of it. It was almost all the way because I was using hair growth oil and it helped it grow. Not anymore. It's all fucking shitty now. It's I don't even want to go inside a store because my face hurts again. This is all sore. This is still sore. And I don't wear makeup. This is sore because there's still buggies in it. And I'm sweaty. And the summertime is coming. And I can't, if I go back to West Palm Beach, there's nothing there for me. I don't want to deal with the homeless people. I don't want to deal with the drug addicts, the drug dealers, the gangs. I don't want to, oh, yo, mama, you okay? Oh, you need anything? I'll be like, what, motherfucker? Push! How dare you come up to me and say, you need anything? Oh, you okay, mama? Go back to your motherfucking country and ask your people if they're all right and if they need anything. Okay? No, I don't do drugs. It may look like I do, but I don't. I can't wait, friend. I gotta go. Bye. I'm not going back to West Palm. Because you fucking pissed me off by having this fucking mobile mechanic fuck me over. You made me have to not be able to make the best choice I wanted to make because I'm limited in money. Even with a pay advance. Because if I were to have him do one whole job, let's say if I had him do all 4 breaks, that would have cost me $325. It would have been almost impossible for me to survive. Because now next month, my insurance is going to be $204, $203, plus change. Okay? Then, in July, on July 1st, I think, they're going to take out $40 of my annual membership for Planet Fitness. Then I've got to pay the $21 every month, the $21.45 every month. And now there's a police. I don't care. Fucking harassing me. I'll fucking get a lawsuit against you motherfuckers for harassment. I'm sitting in a motherfucking parking lot with all these businesses. I spent money in the Coin Laundry and their fucking dryers that they control. Some of them get so hot. Okay? But the other one that I was using for my clothes, I only washed 2 towels, 2 pairs of thin-ass pants, of my stretch pants, that are barely nothing. Okay, 2 shirts, a couple of my bathing suits and my top to my bathing suit. A pair of socks. What else? My pillowcase with my masks and my hair tie inside with my lanyard. Okay? And I usually wash 4 towels. And usually a sweatshirt. Okay, when I used to wear sweatshirts. Or my pair of jeans. And I would spend $1, 4 quarters. And they would almost dry. The towels would be just a tad bit damp in a spot. But I washed my 24, 25 washcloths. My white washcloths separately. I bleached them. Because up here the laundry is only $1.75. If I would have went to West Palm Beach, I would have had to pay $3 per wash. So I saved a good couple of dollars. But now I got to spend more gas money to go to West Palm. I don't have the money to pay for gas money to go back there. And then I don't want to go to the libraries because that's where the homeless people are. And if I go back there, that's where I'm going to have to go to charge my phone during the day. I'm not going back. And I don't have the money to go there and come back here and pay for the extended warranty. Because then, if I did that, I would have I would have met almost 1,000 miles. If I go there and come back, that'll be almost 600 and some odd miles. And then within the month that I'm up here, I would, or if I went farther, I would spend the money that I would drive the 1,000 miles before the 30 days. Or just about. But I don't have the money. I'm getting to the point where I can't even survive next month. And I won't be able to do any more work on my car. And if it breaks down, I'm fucked. I'm back on the street with nothing. Not even enough money to buy a bicycle and all my stuff that I need for it. Because I gave it all away to people that the devil sent to me to take my stuff from me. Now I have to go out and buy it all again. My bicycle lights, my front and rear, my bungee cords, my zip ties, my closet shelf, my bicycle pump. I gave him something else. The liner to the tube for the wheel, for the rim of the bike. What else? I gave somebody else patch kits. Tubes. I bought tubes for them. I bought a tire for them. But nobody bought any of that for me. I can't just ask my son for help. I don't want to ask my son for help. Because everybody made him believe I was going to use him. Motherfucker, you know who's using him? His duddy. His duddy's boss. My brother that helped to throw me out on the street because he wanted to fuck Jamie in his bedroom. And because the apartment my mom, Richie, and him had at that time before my brother went to prison, before he got gonorrhea from Jamie, because she was a stripper, and it was a small 2-bedroom apartment. And I sleeping on the couch because late in the day with lice and scabies on my skin, because it's on their couches, their beds, and my mommy would be up till 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Then Richie would be up and down because he couldn't sleep. He was one of those people that didn't sleep, or he slept during the day when he was supposed to be working. He would leave and then come back, leave and then come back. And then, I'm on lunch break. So it's like he never did any work. And the landlord caught on because, see, the devil was testing him. And while they were punishing me for doing what they blamed me for when it was their fault, the God snitched on them and said to the landlord, their names were Anna and Jay. They were Jewish. Or at least Jay was. I don't know if Anna was. I think she was. But they had to babysit Richie and my Uncle James and one of their friends and sometimes my cousin, because they were all smoking and drinking. And they'd all be obliterated by 10 o'clock in the morning. Even 9 o'clock. So they didn't get much work done. So I got my brother picked up all my stuff and threw it outside in the parking lot of the villa the apartment of the villa they lived in. And my brother's friends were there. They were all right outside, a couple of the girls and a couple of the guys. And when they saw what he did to me, they didn't like that. They helped me pick up my stuff. But they were able to see how mean these people were, and why I had to deal with the kind of life I had to deal with, and why my mommy and daddy never took care of me, and why I was being punished because I had to depend and rely on other people, and had to sleep with my first boyfriend to keep him with me, because I didn't quite have it planned out, because I didn't expect my mom to reject me. I had a slight feeling, because I knew she was going to be mad at me, because she showed it during the visitations of our visitations per week. And when our social worker, Mary Brady, and Liz Wolf, which it was Mary Brady and then it was Liz Wolf. And Liz Wolf was she resembled Mariah Carey, but with short hair. Short curly hair like Mariah Carey in the beginning. But she had the face of Mariah Carey when she was younger. But she was white or Italian or whatever, because her last name was Wolf, like my Duddy. But anyway, Mary Brady was an older blonde, curly, short hair. And when the social workers went to school to come pick us up and bring us to the visitation office, they had to drive all the way to Stratford to pick us up, take us out of school so we could see our mother for an hour, for 1 hour, 1 day a week. And when we went by the office, who did we see my mommy walking with? Richie. Richie and mommy hand in hand, like as if he was her child. And then they did a kissy before she went into the DCF office doors to go upstairs to visit with us. Now, she would lie to us all the time and say, we would expect her to be having an apartment. Oh, I'm working on getting an apartment. I'm working on. I'll have an apartment next month. Yeah. That time never came. And that's what my Duddy and his clan are making me seem like. They're not allowing me. So they are the Richie in my life. My Duddy and his clan and my stalker, they are all Richies in my life. And not only that, they used church. They used the other church. They used a lot of other people from the church to be that distraction, that delay, that, I would be working, doing things for the church, but getting paid barely nothing. Only to do my church godly duties, or, just things that would delay me and keep me from being able to get to where I needed to be. So I never was able to get to where I needed to be to get back to my son, because they kept infesting me with lice and scabies. I had to sleep on the ground. I had to sleep at bus stops. I had to sleep at the libraries outside at nighttime, or at parks. I didn't sleep at home with my mom, nor my Duddy. I didn't have any relatives. My sister, I stayed there, a couple days until she threw me out and tried to blame me for almost drowning her son after giving him a bath, because her kid's father was on drugs. He started to do drugs again. Her 2 kids' father, the 2 mixed kids, his name is Dennis, and he started to do drugs. So he left my sister. But my sister got to be on welfare for her firstborn son, Social Security, and food stamps. And then she got SSI for one of her mixed kids, because he had nightmares and nightmare horrors or something like that. He would sleepwalk. And then he had some kind of learning disabilities, so they say. But if he could play all these games, arcade games, and these games on Sony or PlayStation and all that other stuff, you don't have learning disabilities. But that's what God did for them while fucking my life over and giving my life to my family. While they didn't put the work in to get what they should have gotten. Okay? But yet, I did the work and they didn't. So God took away from me and gave to them and helped them and lowered me while, the seesaw effect. I was down, they were up. And I've been down for 20-something years because of them. 25, almost 30 years. Because I was down even before I got with Joe. I was barely making it. And then I had lost it just as I got with him, a year after getting with him. And I didn't want to be with Joe. I wanted to be by myself and afford to live on my own and build my life up. Which is what I was supposed to do. But they didn't let me. Because I'm like almost choking because of the mango. So that's why my voice sounds like it does. And I'm not breathing. I'm like holding my breath while I'm talking. And I feel like I'm getting sick because I haven't taken any medicine because I don't drink enough water. And I didn't want to take a lot because I don't want to ruin my kidneys or my liver or my pancreas, you know. But now I'm going to have to take it again because I'm breaking out again. So I have to use bleach, water, and Dawn soap on this to help it go away quicker. I'm not going to Palm Beach. No. Because even if I go there, it's going to be worse for me to go there. But it's no better here because you got the same people here. You got people here that are drug addicts, alcoholics, and homeless, and I don't want to go to Palm Beach, and I don't want to go to Broward. So my only choice is I'm just going to drive till I can't drive no more. But now that the devil had a way to get into my life and fuck with my life, now they fucked with my car, and I can't go nowhere because I don't have the gas money, because I have to have my brakes bled, because I can't bleed them myself. I can't be in two places at one time. I can't take the wheel off to get to the brake line to release the fluid. And when I went into AutoZone to get the brake pads, he had already had the tire off and the brake and all that off, and he had my hood up. And he said that he opened up the brake fluid thing, and that fluid came out. No, it didn't. No, it didn't, because I filled up my brake fluid before and it was overfilled. So there was no air in my brakes. But now, when I push on the brakes, you can hear air. You couldn't hear that before. He thinks I'm stupid. He thinks I look stupid. I should have went with Pep Boys, but they were too much money. And even the girl at AutoZone told me that they buy the stuff from them and they charge more. All because my jack didn't work and I didn't want to spend the 2 hours to get it to work. I've been sitting here for an hour. And I think what they did is when I was drying my laundry, they got to I was on my phone for a little bit and I had my back turned to the dryer. They opened up the dryer and put stuff in them to mess with my clothes. And I need another pair of pants because these are falling apart. They're like a year or two old. They're getting thin and they've got holes in them. And I don't need buggies to get in there and bite my legs or crawl up into my punani, even though I have underwear on, but still. So I drank all my soda today and my tea. Well, half of my thermos. I only filled it up halfway. So, what's this? Where did that come from? Oh, that came from... Oh, I don't know where it went now. I think one of the things that... Yeah, one of the little diamonds fell off. The fake diamond. Or is that from... Oh, that's from my mask. No, that's not from there. That's the rhinestone, the fake rhinestone. That's from my mask. That's not pink. Those are pink. So, anyway, with all that said, I gotta take care of my skin. I'm not going back to West Palm. I'm not driving because I don't have the money to have my brakes bled, and I don't have somebody that I can depend on to help me take the tire off and to bleed them for me. That's supposed to be a part of the job if I'm not correct. And this guy was the owner or something of the mobile thing, because he was getting all the phone calls from the company, from the website I got online. I'll never do a mobile mechanic again. And I can't afford, fuck you, helicopter, fuck you. 546, I don't know what the fuck that means, but I don't give a fuck. But why would I want to go to West Palm Beach when my son isn't there? I don't want to go there. My son's not there. I don't want to go back there. I don't want to be in West Palm Beach when my son is somewhere up in another part of Florida. I'm not in a good state of mind, I'll tell you that. I'm not. The devil is working me. Fuck you right now, okay? No, the devil is working me right now. And when people say that they hear voices, it's real. Because you got the heathens, hellions, minions, and demons that are fucking behind the scenes and meddling and interfering and obstructing my life. And what happens when somebody interferes in the game, in a baseball game or a football game? They get penalized. They get punished. They get a strike against them for interference. Or they get taken out of the game and they have to sit on the sidelines for whatever, or they get penalized for yards or whatever. Well, my family and my daddy is not getting penalized. They're not getting punished. From what I see, they're being blessed. They live in a nice, clean home that has buggies. It has some buggies. But they never lived like that. The picture I posted the other day, they never lived like that before. Okay, God gave them what I wanted. I wanted an apartment with gray flooring, gray paint, gray carpet, and with that family portrait that's on the wall. So they gave my vision to my family. So my son is providing my brother with $10,000 to start a roofing business, when my mom got $10,000 for selling her son up for adoption, between the hospital bills being taken care of during her pregnancy, her and Richie, and this happened in Louisiana, and I guess they were given some money too after the baby or whatever. But as for, I never sold any of my kids. I had 2 abortions because I didn't want to get pregnant by the people I got pregnant by. I was living on my own. I had custody of my sister. I came home to a house full of people in my house, in my apartment. And then while I was sleeping, I would be woken up by 1 or 2 of them that came in. I'm like, how'd you get in? Oh, we opened up the window and unlocked the door. I'm like, oh, really? And then my mommy and Richie stole my license. I had to go and pay for another license for an ID. Then my house key to sabotage me. I have a boogie. Had a little bit of a boogie. Oh no, mango. Mango is on my nose. Say hi, little buggy. Get off my blanket and my coat. I just washed it, you fucking bitch. But they're going for my tissue because I got mango on it when I touched it with my mango hands. So now there's mango on it, so that's going to draw them to a fresh roll of toilet paper. But I got to clean out my cup holder thingy. There's a lot of soda and debris and garbage I got to clean out. And there's cockroach eggs that been hatched all over. I got tons of little baby roaches crawling around. I'm not going tonight. If I go, it's only going to go get my mail, and hopefully I can make it back to where I need to go. I'm not staying in Palm Beach County, and I do not want to see my stalker. I'm not getting with my stalker. I'm not going to go anywhere with my son to meet my stalker. We're not going to repeat Breaking Dawn 1. It's not going to happen. Sorry. I went to your condo that one time, and I knew the only reason why I went was because I knew I was not going to make it back to see you again. I knew that I was not going to make it through my punishment. So, forget about it. Stay with your little slut, Jamie, your little tramp, your little stripper. I don't give a damn. Stay with her. I don't give a fuck. Because the world is going to come to an end anyway. There ain't shit going to be left. The way this world is going, people can't survive. Nope. Oh, fuck you. I don't want to talk to Gordon. I don't want to talk to nobody right now. Leave me the fuck alone. Goodbye.